Space YouTube, Facebook. This is Jada, Simply Jada. Sean, shut up. I haven't made a video in a very long time, and I wanted to make a video that basically an amazing experience I had that I recently just had, like with God, like what he did. He is glorious, I might say. He's funny, he's amazing, and even though we messed up, because we have mercy on that, he has mercy for us, he still manages to be faithful to us. And this, the things that he put me to in one day, actually 2 days, has to be the most amazingest thing ever. Hold on. Okay, so I went to an appointment for something. So I'm waiting there for like, let me see, I got there at 10:40, and by the time I got out it was like 5:16. The whole day I was basically there. While I'm in my process of waiting for them to call my name, I get a phone call, and it's a number I don't know. So I pick it up, obviously, and it's a lady. She's like, hello, you know, it's just Janeda, my real name. And I'm like, yes. She's like, oh, well, we received your resume and we wanted to know if you were still interested in the job, blah blah, etc, etc. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. She's like, sure. She asked me like how old was I, whatever, and I told her my age, and then she had told me, oh, can you come in tomorrow, which was the next day, which was today, because this happened yesterday. She told me to come in yesterday, which was yesterday, Wednesday, for an interview. So I was like, okay, perfectly fine. I got all happy and everything. By the time the appointment called my name, I'm sitting there with the people, and something happens where I'm on the phone with my mom, asking my mom questions or whatever to see if because she needed to come with me back to the appointment for something. And these people get all really upset. And I'm like, you know, I'm on the phone, hold on or whatever. They wind up calling a sergeant, and I wind up getting arrested. I'm going to say arrested because like I didn't actually get into like bookings and shit. He winds up like holding my arm, like saying that the lady said that I was a threat or whatever. I'm 4'11" and I weigh like about 115 pounds. I did not have a gun on me. I cannot be a threat. Especially for the type of person I am. Like, I'm gonna be a threat in front of like a whole bunch of people. Yeah, okay. It made perfect sense. So he wound up arresting me, and it wasn't even, he was like really mean and everything. Like, he was just like rashing at me. He's in the elevator or whatever, and he's like calling me, oh, you stupid or whatever. Like, I hope, he starts like taking my bag and throwing everything out. And he's like, oh, I hope you have illegal stuff in there, whatever, I can arrest you. I'm like, yeah, I have cocaine, I have weed, I even have a gun there, you know, go check everything, you gotta find it all, you know, like being sarcastic though. He's causing me ignorant. He starts calling me like a whole bunch of like messed up names and stuff, and it's so point, he gets me so mad. I was like, listen, you're going to hell because you don't treat people that way, regardless of whatever God says, that even your enemies, you have to pray for, you know, you have to be nice to them, because if you only love the people that love you back, what reward is there? So I'm telling him, I'm like, listen, like, Jesus is not condemned on this or whatever. You're gonna go to hell, you know, you're acting mean, you know, to people. And I know I'm not the only one you do this to. He starts laughing, like in an evil laugh. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna see you there. I'm like, no, I'm not. And he's just like really mean to me, cursing at me and all of this stuff. This sergeant was cursing at me.
Talking about yourself?
No. He was cursing at me. And I started sitting there, and I'm like, yo, like, God, in my head I'm thinking, like, after a while, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go run your name up, and if you have any warrants, I'm taking you to bookings, you're gonna get arrested, yeah, whatever. He goes to my bag, and he sees my CCI, school ID, and he says, oh, I went to this school too. The funny thing is, they didn't teach me how to be a fucking idiot. Excuse my language, that's what he said. And I was like, oh, obviously they did, though, because you don't know how to treat people, you don't know how to act. This story is so long, I'm sorry. So long story short, he goes and while I'm sitting there and tears are running down my face, I can't believe this is happening to me. Like, come on, like, I'm freaking adorably, and I'm not that mean. I'm not gonna go, I didn't really do anything. I felt the Holy Spirit tell me, start praying right now. Pray and start praying for him, because I'm thinking, like, God, why is this happening? So right there in the moment, I start praying for him. You know, I start rebuking any anger that's inside of anything the devil that's doing to him right now. I start praying, you know, for conviction in him. You know, just start praying upon him, whatever. Asking God to put peace inside him and love. This guy comes back and he tells the other cop, oh, leave the room but watch the window, because you know, a male and a female can't be in the same room together, so she has to watch. And he's like, oh, he starts apologizing to me, telling me he's sorry, that he was wrong or whatever, that he's not gonna eat, he didn't even run my name, but he's not gonna give me a summons and nothing, whatever, he's gonna let me go. And I had my TJ Jakes book, which is the lady, her lover and her lord. It's a great book by TJ Jakes. You should really get it, females. It's an amazing book. He was like, oh, you read TJ Jakes? I was like, yes, he's an amazing man. He was like, yeah, he is. He was like, oh my God, I felt so bad when you was like that I'm gonna go to hell, because you know I pray to God every day and I felt I was wrong or whatever. And he started being nice. He was like, oh, whenever you come back over here for your appointments, don't make sure you come upstairs and you come see me and tell me hi and everything. Like, he literally changed. And basically the story that I'm trying to tell you is that in the Bible it says, you know, don't get mad at a person who curses you, for you know you have cursed other people. And that's not dumb. The fight is not between flesh and blood, it's between like spirit. So there was something attacking him at that moment that was making him rash out at me and look at me like all mean and stuff and do those mean things to him. But as soon as I prayed on him, God removed it. It's like the power of your prayer. We have the power of our prayer is really strong. Like, don't underestimate praying, because us praying and basically telling God, God, I need your help right now. I rebuke that spirit. I rebuke any type of anger that's inside this man or whatever. God has that power to take it away, and rebuking the devil away from this, the things that was attacking this man. And I was blown away, yo. I was like, oh my MG. Like, God, you are amazing. Like, he basically revealed to me the power of the prayer, because I was like, you know, we all have sometimes like problems praying or whatever. Sometimes we get lazy or whatever. He revealed to me the power of a prayer and the power of my prayer. That was one thing. The second thing is, oh damn, I wonder how long this is already. Hold on. 7 minutes, 8, 9, 10. I have like 2 minutes to go, because it's like 10 minutes I can record. Anyway, okay, so the next day I went on my job interview and I sit down with the lady, and the lady goes, okay, can I ask you some questions? I'm like, okay, sure. She's like, how did you hear about us or whatever? Because you gave your resume into the Queen Center, and the Queen Center, they handed me your resume personally. I looked at her like, I don't know what she's talking about. I never gave my resume into anybody. Like, you called me. I was assuming, because like I know I send out like resumes or whatever for a second job for in Craigslist or whatever. She was like, no, that somebody had handed in my resume in a Queen Center, and because they see that I was from the Bronx, they handed it down to them or whatever, because they needed help. I was like, oh my God, God, no, you didn't. She's like, wow, that's really weird. And it was really weird, because first of all, the place that I'm working now is like a dental office. I just got my new job. I'm like a receptionist, filing and stuff. And God knew from the beginning that that was the desires of my heart. And God says, like, you know, search for me, pray to me, be there for me, whatever, and I will give you the desires of my heart. You know, basically, like, give yourself to him, and whatever you need, he will give it to you. And he gave it to me. Like, I basically took it as that God somehow did something to get my resume there for it to come down. Like, God got me this job. I didn't do it whatsoever, because the way my resume came in, I don't know, and they don't know either. They said they handed in, and I never went to the center in Queens to hand in my resume at all. And I was like, wow, like, you God, you are amazing. Because the appointment that I was in, I was going for food stamps or whatever, and you know, that's like a spirit of power of misery and stuff. You go through that stuff, the government helping you, and they told me that God didn't want me there. And as soon as God saw that I was like already at the last minute of just taking it there, he was like, no child, I have your back, and he gave me a job. And I just find that so amazing, the way God works. He is so powerful. He deserves every glory whatsoever. He deserves every inch of our praise and everything. And just to have the faith in him, like, God's never late, he's always on time. And that's my story. I had last past 2 days, amazing story, besides the fact that in that office my head almost popped, but because filing ABC order, I said the alphabets more than 75 times. But yeah, he's amazing. I'm just over amazed. So yeah, he gives you the desires of your heart. He's there, he backs you up, definitely. But don't expect them to just do it. No, you have to do something for him. You have to give in something for him to give it back. You reap what you sow. Whatever you give, you will give out. And you know, the mercy upon our souls or whatever. We're not perfect all the time, but he still knows what we need and has our back. And that's my end of my story. Yay! Okay, God bless. Until next time. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, yeah, by the way, my hair been like this since Friday and it hasn't dyed out. It's so pretty. The best gel ever, and I would tell you about that another time. Yeah, baby. Sean, shut up.